Hey, good afternoon, everybody. It's Mike with smartoptiontrading.com. It's Friday. Happy Friday, June 14th. This is your weekly recap. Goes out to my subscribers and everybody on my mailing list. First of all, guys, want to wish everybody who out there who have fathers a very happy or fathers and have kids a happy Father's Day. It's been a long, long week. And let's just jump right into it. And here's the SPY taking out, right, going right for 290 now into the close here, popping on a couple buy candles. Let's just go right to a big chart here. And, we talked about this ran too far, too much last week into this. And now you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sessions where we've cooled off. And what I mean by that is we were extended off the 8 day here. We're bumping up against the top of the Bollinger Band. And, we're just a little hot. And the markets can do two things when this happens. One is they can pull back, right, until they find the 8 day support. Or two, they can go sideways and rotate. And this market chose to go sideways. And you can see for 5 sessions, we've done very, very little. Very, very tight range candles. Haven't even hit the 8 day yet, right? So, the action this week was not fun. It was not good. Volume's been low, very choppy action. You get very busy in the first 45 minutes or so and the last half an hour. And then in between that, the markets are very, very dead and slow for most of the rest of the day, which makes for a very, very tough environment where you can very easily overtrade. And what do I keep trying to encourage my subscribers to do is not to overtrade. Take what the market's giving you and just trade it and be there. So right now you can see that the market here pushing back for that 290 area. That's really been the wall all week, 290. It has not wanted to stay above that. And we'll see how we close. We bounced again into the close yesterday. We had that big program that ran, and this is probably something along that line. Flow today, as we go into over the weekend, nothing fabulous. We had a lot of momentum in Facebook off that news. We had some more Netflix activity, some oil buying, and some action in pins that caught my attention. And let's just go right to it. So Facebook, the news overnight was their big backers for their cryptocurrency names like MasterCard and PayPal and Uber and some other names. And, I lost money on it today. I lost about 120 bucks. I chased that candle and eventually got stopped out. But that's okay. And now here it's coming back in the end of the day. And it just, I thought it could just run on that news. And what it did is it came right here into the 50-day and slammed shut. Um, Netflix bouncing off the 200-day here. So if you look at it on the daily chart, tailing off the 200-day, we've seen some buying in it. We saw July 340s. We've seen July 360s. We've seen, roll down from of stuff as well. So just a whole heck of a lot going on here with the markets, and just not an easy place here at all right now. Netflix does not look healthy. There's some buying in it, trying to save it off the bottom of this channel. We'll see if that happens. Pins getting a little bit of buying into some July out of the money 30 31 calls, moved a little bit off of it, not huge to go. I continue to try to encourage you guys to stick with the stronger names in this market. Microsoft still looks good. When you look at this chart on a daily, just going sideways, holding in not far off all-time highs. And Roku is another name that looks great here, holding in sideways, going right off, just off of all-time highs. Actually made briefly today a new all-time high, very, very briefly on the opening spike. I did trade Roku today, and I made some money on Roku, made back the money I lost on that, and then I made a small trade on BYND, which just remains just completely out of its mind here, beyond ludicrous. But I did trade it quickly, made a couple bucks, and got out. It was not a great trade overall. Been a good week, but not a great day for me. Green day, but nothing big. Disney. Taking a look at that, this was a nice trade yesterday. Really helped make my week. Nice trade above here. Took out the all-time high today briefly and getting a doji at the top. We'll watch this on Monday. Beautiful wake-up candle yesterday on that upgrade. You had a big gap go, and it grinded all the way into the close and closed on the highs. That's the type of action we like to see. Square yesterday gave a nice candle, started filling most of this gap, didn't quite get there, and it gapped down today and had nothing left to go into it. So, just very mixed flow. Apple continues to struggle. Apple with the 50-day here, right? It spent first 4 days. You can see it tailed above the 50-day and couldn't hold it. And then today we had the gap down. Now it's scrambling back late here and still not giving it up. And the one thing I want to say about this market, guys, is it doesn't matter how bad the action is it doesn't want to give up the ghost. And you go, look what's going on here into Friday afternoon when nobody's around and nobody's paying attention, right? This is what they're doing. They don't want to give up the ghost. they're looking to take advantage of it. We had the Fed next week. We have quad witching. There's just a ton going on. You got to stick with the strong names, and you have to watch those. Avgo after is beat up a lot of the chip makers, but AMD is still my favorite. Earlier this week we put in a new all-time high, and now we've stalled off, and we're still above the 21-day. So this is a good spot. If it wants to hold in here, this could be a good play for next week. So that said, if you like what I have to say, please feel free to sign up. My service here, Real-Time Option Flow. I do it, you're part of the newsletter here. I also do training if you need that, and mentoring. But every morning you get my morning setups video. Yesterday was Disney Square, my top two. Today was looking at Roku and Disney as well. Again, also, you get a nightly recap video. I'm live for 3 hours a day. I do all the trade, the flow, and the news on my private Twitter feed, and I do a weekly mentoring webinar every Thursday at 6 p.m. where we go over information and questions you guys may have. Hope you guys have a great Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to the dads. Have a great weekend. I'll put some charts up on Sunday. Catch you guys soon.